Hey guys, in this video, you're going to see me speaking for a conference for business people. And I'm going to teach the group and you what the 5 steps are to memorize anything. Then after I teach you those 5 steps, then I'm going to give you a memory test and you're going to memorize 10 words. And then I'm going to show you how to use this system to give speeches without notes or to remember what you read. It's a really great short 20-minute video here of me speaking for a convention on how to improve your memory, how to memorize anything. Check it out.
So 28 years ago, June of 1991, it'll be 28 years ago, I was a telemarketer for a company that cleaned chimneys. All day long, I'd call up people, can we come clean your chimney? Can we come clean your chimney? Can we come clean your chimney? One day, 1991, as an 18-year-old kid, I made a phone call. Can we come clean your chimney? And he didn't hang up. It wasn't as the usual call. This guy talked to me. He said, Ron, thanks for calling. We don't want our chimney cleaned. We're trying to sell our house. Thanks for calling. And then I said the words that changed my life. I said, sir, don't hang up the phone. If you're trying to sell your house, you need a clean chimney. He laughed. Thank you. Appreciate that. He said, you are a good salesman. I like how you just overcame my objection. And this was him talking to me. He said, I don't really think we're going to get your chimney cleaning service. However, I sell memory training seminars, and I'm looking for a good telemarketer. Do you want to go to work for me? I'll pay you more than you're making now, which was a pretty safe bet, okay? I started taking down his information, and my sales manager was like, oh, did you get a sale? I'm like, no, I got a new job, right? I went to work for him the next day, and that was 28 years ago, and that is a crucial point of my speech. Why is it a crucial point? You've seen me memorize a bunch of names in the room and a 50-digit number and say it forwards and backwards, and you might think it's a show put on by somebody who has a really good gifted memory, by a genius who was born with a gift, and now he travels around exploiting this gift as a showman on a stage to entertain people, and that ain't it. I'm a normal brain guy, normal intelligence. I got kicked out of the University of North Texas with a 0.9 GPA after 2 semesters, and I never went back to college. When I told my mom I was going to be a memory expert, she said, oh God, no, do not do that. Go back to college. Why? Because I'm not that smart of a guy. But that day, 28 years ago, this guy said to me, Ron, if you have these 5 things, you can remember anything. I internalized them. I believed in them. And I'm going to tell them to you right now. And if I can master this system, you can master this system. I'm not gifted. I'm not a genius. I'm a regular guy, no special brain abilities. Here are the 5 things. Focus, file, picture, action, review. 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 You say them with me. What are they? Focus, file, picture, action, review. Number 1, focus. Good nutrition and exercise will help your focus. Spinach and blueberries, omega-3, drinking plenty of water, a dehydrated brain can't focus. When I was training for the 2009 USA Memory Championship, and yes, there is something called the USA Memory Championship, and it's just as cool as it sounds. Yeah, I mean, it's a really, really cool event. I compete against about 50 guys, and it is mainly guys, and people always ask me, why is this all guys and only like 10% women? I do not know. My theory is guys think it's cool to sit around and memorize a deck of cards 365 days a year for an hour a day in preparation for a 1-day nerd tournament, and ladies know it's not, okay? But interesting group of guys. Most of them play Dungeons and Dragons, and they have invisible girlfriends. And in 2009, I wanted to be king of this group. So I'm training like a madman to become king of the nerds. In the process of doing that, I lost 20 pounds. Why? Drinking plenty of water, eating healthy, working out, exercising. 2009, I became the USA Memory Champion. 2010, training for that tournament, I lost 20 pounds. People are always like, congrats, dude, that's 40 pounds in 12 months. It is not. It was the same 20 pounds, okay? I drank rum and cokes at a 6-month celebration in between. But when I was training for that tournament, I was dead set focused on my health and nutrition, because what's the first key to your memory? Say it with me. With that said, if an Olympic athlete walked in this room, could he memorize everybody's name in this room because he's healthy? No. I have to use technique. I would say 1% of what I do is health and nutrition. 99% of what I do is technique. Technique trumps nutrition here, but I wanted to mention it because it's a little bit important. But let me give you a technique to improve your focus. You walk into a room and I see Philip, he sees me and I don't know him. And I'm walking towards him and I'm thinking, have I seen him before? Am I gonna do business with him? Maybe he's got some roofs we could do here. What are we gonna talk about? What do I think of him? Do I like him? Does he like me? Hey, my name's Ron, it's good to meet you. He says his name is Philip at that moment, and that is exactly, how many of you think you're not good at remembering names? My guess is, I don't know you, but I can make an educated guess. The reason you're not good at names is this reason right here. Where have I seen him before? Do I know him? What does he think of me? What business deals are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about roofing contracts. What does he think of me? What do I think of him? Hi, my name's Ron. Philip. And that's why you don't remember names, because you never heard his name. You weren't focused. You had all this other chatter going on in your head. Focus your brain. This will be a pivotal, whatever the word is. This will be an important moment in remembering names for you. The next time you walk up to somebody, don't ask yourself all that question. Zero in. This will triple your name retention. This right here will triple your name retention. This is the only thing you remember from my speech. This will triple your name retention. As you're walking towards him, ask yourself this question. What is his name? 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 Do not say that out loud, okay? What's the second key to improving your memory? Focus, and then what? You meet this is how my brain used to work 25 years ago, 28 years ago, and this is probably how yours is working right now. You meet Philip, that name goes in your ear, and it goes on the floor of your memory. Then you meet Brian, that name goes in your ear, the floor of your memory. And then you meet April, in your ear, the floor of your memory. And then you meet Kevin, and then you meet Lisa, and then you meet Brian, and then you listen to Adam speak, you get some good information. You listen to Roger Staubach speak, you get some good information. You hear Tom Ziegler speak, you get some good information. You hear Lee Height speak, you get some good information. Jim Johnson speak, you get some good information. All this is going into your brain. And then you meet Steve and Wendy and Karen and Brian and Dave. And then 6 weeks later, all this is on the floor of your memory, and you see somebody that you've done business with. You've done a big roofing deal for them, made you a ton of money, and you see them at Starbucks. And at that moment, they say, how you doing, man? It's so good to see you. And John, those gerbils that run around in our brain, they panic. And they go, oh my God. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. No. Hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing? No, that's not it. No, that's not it. 2 hours later, you're driving home, and what happens? Your mind goes, ha, look what I found. Was the name up there the entire time? Yes, that's not the problem. The problem is the data is organized in your brain this way. Every book you've ever read, it's there. Every name you've ever heard, it's there. You don't have files, so you can't retrieve the data. Will, we're gonna have a competition, me against everybody in this room. I want you to say a number between 5 and 25. Whatever you say, everybody's gonna count to it on that 50-digit number. If you say 5, everybody's gonna count to the 5th pair, and they're gonna see it's 12. Don't say 5, because I just used it as an example. But give me a number between 5 and 25. We're going to see who gets there faster. Me against everybody in the room. Go. Huh? 22. Okay, say it louder, because that wasn't fair. Say it louder, because I'm the only one who heard you. Give us a number between 5 and 25. Okay, but say a different one. A different one. 13, the 13th pair of numbers was 44. How did I get to the number that quickly? I jumped to the 13th file in my brain. Focus, file, what's the next step? Whatever you want to recall, it has to be a picture. You have to be able to see it. You have to be able to imagine it. So what that means is for these numbers, 22, I had to see it as a picture. What could I use for 22? 22, a tutu. I used a 22 rifle. What could I use for 21? Blackjack. What could I use for 11? Goalpost. Every number I have a picture for. And then, let me go take one step back and go back to files. What is a file? A file is a location in a room. This is what I have done. I have mapped out pieces of furniture in my house. Let's do it here in this room real quick. I want everybody to say number 1 is screen. So what's 1? That's your number 1 file. What's your number 1 file? 2 speaker. What's 2? 3 is the doors. What's 3? What's 1? 2, 3. Number 4 is the corner back there, so what's 4? 5 is the camera, what's 5? Let's go to 1, what is it? 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've done this in every room in my house. How many of you have kids in school? Do this with your kids. Do this with your kids. Andreas memorized the 45 presidents of the United States with this system. How did he do it? Number 5 pieces of furniture in each room in your house. Stand in the doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go to the next room. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go to the next room. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What are the 5 in this room? What's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do that in every room in your house. These become your files. You got to be focused and you got to have files. Then you have to have a picture. Whenever you want to recall, you see it as a picture. If right now y'all said the number 22, what did I say the picture I would think of for 22? A rifle. So I would attach the rifle to my first file. Just like you would put a piece of paper in a file drawer, I'm going to put that imaginary image of a rifle in my first file drawer. Does that kind of make sense? That's how I memorized that 50-digit number. I have 25 pieces of furniture numbered at my house, which is just 10 blocks from here. I have 25 pieces of furniture numbered at my house, my condo, 10 blocks from here. You said the numbers. As you said the numbers, I thought of the pictures and placed them around my condo. Focus, file, picture. If I have turned 1,600 names into a picture, I'll give it to you for free. And what I mean by that, Steve is a stove, Lisa's the Mona Lisa, Karen is a carrot, Brian is a brain, Jack is a car jack. If you want my pictures for names, get out your cell phone and open up your text messages and send me a text to this number, 214-220-4691, 214-220-4691, 214-220-4691. Text the word memory, only the word memory, nothing else, and you will get 1,600 pictures for names for free. Took me a year to come up with that list. It'll save you a year. Focus, file, picture. What's the next step? Action. How many of you in here, you ever been in a car accident? If it was 20 years ago, do you still know, who could tell me where it was, the time of day and all that? Boris, you could? How many of you know where you were on 9/11? Why? Action and emotion. You need to make these pictures full of action and emotion. And the last step to your memory, focus, file, picture, action. What's the last step? Review. Today I walked around this room and I memorized your names. I continued walking around for another 90 minutes staring at you, creeping you out. That was the review stage. I don't have to be creepy when I do it. I just prefer to be. So, say the 5 steps to improving your memory. What are they? Focus, file, picture, action, review. Number 1, are you focused? If you're focused, just say yes. Are you focused? Yes. Number 2, do you know the 5 spots in this room? If you do, just say yes. Let's say them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to give you a memory test. Don't write down these 5 words. It's just a test. Do not write them down. Here are the 5 words I want you to memorize. So let's add a little bit to this. I want you to make 6 as the tables, 7 is the audio, and 8 is the projector. So what's 6? 7 is what? 8 is what? 9 is the stairs. What's 9? And 10 is the podium. What's 10? Let's say them again, real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I'm going to give you 10 words, and you're going to see how you memorize using this concept. Don't write these words down. The first word I want you to memorize is money. So you're going to have to see money shooting out of the speaker. $1 million. What's flying out of the speaker? Money. Well, on number 2, I want you to see a clock. I want you to see a cuckoo bird coming out of there. Cuckoo, cuckoo. What's coming out of the speaker? What's right here? What's right here? Number 3 is the phone. I want you to see cell phones all on the doors. So what's on the doors? Number 4, what's our file? I want you to imagine a ladder. We got a ladder and we're leaning it up against the wall and we're climbing to the top. What are we doing in the corner? Number 5, I want y'all to see a wanted poster. It says wanted, dead or alive, Dimitri. It's got your picture in it right there. How much money is in that poster if we catch you, Dimitri? $1 million. There's no self-esteem problem here. Everybody look back there on the camera, see Dimitri's face, and the word above it is reward. What's on the camera? What's over here? Here, 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 here. Number 6. We're just going to stop at 6 because of the purposes of time. The last word is team. I want y'all to all to imagine your favorite team. What's your favorite team? Cowboys. I heard somebody say the Bears. I meant your favorite professional team. Okay. Your favorite team is right here. Roger Staubach signing autographs. Keywords team. What's right here? Team. You just memorized 6 words. What were those 6 words that you just memorized? What were they? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is how you memorize. We just did 6 because that's all we had time for. But if we had more time, we could have numbered 20 locations, and then I could have given you 20 words. If we had more time, I could have given you 40 locations, and I could have given you 40 words. April, in an hour and a half one night, with her 5-year-old son, Andreas, numbered 45 pieces of furniture in her house and memorized the presidents of the United States. He's 5 years old, and he can say them forwards or backwards. The value to this system is powerful. How many of you would like to have everything that all the experts in your industry have in their brain in your brain? Would you like that? How do you get it there? What's your plan? My suggestion to you is this. You take notes in this conference. You write down everything they say. The key points that they say, I want you to create files in your house. Here's your homework. I want you to stand in the doorway of every room in your house, and I want you to number 5 pieces of furniture in every room. Get yourself 25, 30 pieces of furniture in your house numbered, and get to where you can say them forwards and backwards, and you can say them so effortlessly and flawlessly. From that point, take whatever you want to remember, data from this conference, see it as a picture on those files. And when you're driving in your car, review what you learned at this conference. When you're on an airplane, review. Or it could be anything at all. You could be somebody who wants to memorize poems or quotes, how many of you in here ever have to give speeches or presentations? I do too. Use this system to give your speeches without notes. How? Let's say you got 6 points that you want to talk about in your next speech. Write out the 6 points, create pictures for them, see those pictures around the furniture on your house. Then when you get up on stage, think back to your house and say, guys, I want to talk to you today about how to make more money. We have some great ideas. The first, because we have money over here, right? What's over here on the speaker? The first key to making more money is being a good time manager. We want to manage our time effectively. Not only that, we want to be a good communicator, whether it's on the phone or in person. We want to continue to climb that ladder of success and reward our teams whenever they hit there. You could give a speech of any length and not use a note. I got so much more valuable information I want to give you, and we're almost up to our lunch break. So